He was just a janitor, unnoticed, unimportant, invisible to most. But when he found a lost little girl crying in the dark hallway, he didn't hesitate. What he didn't know was that this small act of kindness would be the beginning of a life-changing miracle. Marcus had swept these halls for nearly 15 years. The school was quiet at night, the kind of silence only broken by the low hum of lights and the occasional creak of old lockers. He liked it that way. He didn't mind being invisible. Most people didn't see the janitor anyway. He just did his work, clocked out, and went home to his small apartment, where the fridge buzzed louder than the television. It wasn't much of a life, but it was honest. That night, just after 9 p.m., he was finishing up mopping the gym hallway when he heard a soft sob. He paused, thought maybe he was hearing things. Then he heard it again, a child's cry, faint and frightened. Dropping his mop, Marcus followed the sound. Near the back stairwell, huddled in the corner, was a little girl with pigtails, her hands clutched tight around a pink backpack. Hey, it's okay," Marcus said gently, kneeling down. "You lost." She nodded through tears. "My name's Leela. I was at aftercare. Everyone left. I didn't know where to go." Marcus's chest tightened. He checked his watch. The school had been closed for over an hour.
"Don't worry, Leela.
You're safe now. Let's call someone." He took her to the janitor's office, wrapped her in his spare hoodie, and offered her a juice box from the fridge. She clung to his hand like it was the only safe thing left in the world. After a few calls, he reached the emergency contact, her father, David Whitmore. "Stay with me, okay?" Marcus said, patting her shoulder. "Your dad's coming." 30 minutes later, a black SUV skidded into the school's driveway. A sharply dressed man burst in, panic written all over his face. "Leela!" She ran into his arms. "Dad!" The man held her tight, tears streaming down his cheeks. Then he looked at Marcus. You found her." Marcus nodded, unsure of what to say. "She was alone. I stayed with her." David wiped his face, trying to compose himself. "Thank you." "Thank you for? I can't believe this happened." Marcus shrugged. "Just doing what anyone would." But he knew that wasn't true. Most people would have ignored the sound. Most people didn't care enough to look. 3 days later, Marcus was called into the principal's office. He thought maybe he was getting in trouble for something. But when he entered, the principal wasn't alone. David Whitmore stood there, holding a briefcase and a smile. "Mr. Reed," the principal said, "Mr. Whitmore has requested to speak with you directly." Marcus looked confused. David stepped forward. "I never got the chance to thank you properly. I'm the CEO of Whitmore Industries. Maybe you've heard of us?" Marcus blinked. He had. They were one of the largest tech firms in the city. "You saved my daughter. And I don't take that lightly. Leela couldn't stop talking about you. The man who stayed with her gave her juice and made her feel safe." Marcus smiled faintly. "She's a sweet kid." David reached into his briefcase and pulled out a folder. "Marcus, I want to offer you a new job. At my company, as a facilities manager. Better hours, better pay, benefits, and a future." Marcus froze. "Sir, I never finished college. I don't have." David held up a hand. "You have integrity, compassion, and work ethic. That's more than I can say for half the executives I've met. We'll train you. You've earned this." Marcus's eyes welled with tears he didn't expect. No one had ever offered him more than a thank you. No one had ever seen him like this. I don't know what to say, he whispered. Say yes, David smiled. And one more thing. Leela's been begging me to invite you to dinner. She wants to show you the crayon picture she drew of you saving her. 2 weeks later, Marcus walked through the doors of Whitmore Industries, not as a janitor, but as part of the team. He wore a button-up shirt, freshly ironed slacks, and a badge with his name printed bold and proud. The staff greeted him with respect, the kind he had never known in all his years of cleaning up after others. At the Friday company meeting, David brought him on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Marcus Reed. He reminded me of something we all forget. That kindness matters more than titles. That character can't be taught in boardrooms. The crowd applauded, and Marcus, with a humble nod, stepped down. His world forever changed. Later that night, as he sat in his now slightly bigger apartment, Marcus sipped his coffee and stared at the fridge. On it was a magnet holding a child's drawing. It showed a stick figure in a blue hoodie standing next to a girl with pigtails. The words at the top read, "My hero." Sometimes, the smallest acts of kindness open the biggest doors. Marcus didn't ask for anything in return, but the universe gave back more than he could imagine. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. More life-changing stories are just a click away, right here on our channel. Your kindness starts now.